¿Tú sabes qué hora es?
It's Couch Time with Sonja. Let's go! Hello and welcome to Couch Time with Sonja. I am Sonja Lowe, and that's Sonja with a J, and I get to join my beautiful sister on the couch, Delia Cortez.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
Today's message is awesome, I think, because you are the one who spurred it. We will have just open conversation.
It's going to be a lot of talking, but it's what you wanted to know.
You've been asking us questions to get to know us a little better, and what are our thoughts on these particular questions? So we're going to answer that for you.
Let's talk about parenting,
technology,
the instant gratification from that technology.
Yes, and oh, so much more. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come and join us on the couch. We'll be right back.
Regresamos pronto. Nos vemos en el sofá.
CEO Jalea Davis is making history by becoming the youngest African-American female to own a television station in the nation. Along with her colleague, President Crystal Holmes, these women are becoming a part of the 1.3% African-American television station ownership. Get ready for iconic television, an all-new channel coming to your TV on KVVV Channel 15.10. Covering Houston's local inspiration, entertainment, health, wellness, fitness, family, visual artists, comedians, and more. Streaming 24/7 on iconictelevision.com. Be sure to stay tuned for the latest and greatest on Iconic Television, where everyone can be iconic.
Let's be honest. Making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple. But who wants lukewarm marketing? Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now they're Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonja.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
It's time for couch questions.
It's going to be all about conversations and answering questions that you have. We're going to start with the first question for Sonja, and that was, Sonja, what is the one thing that people think most of you that is absolutely not true?
Well, there's so many to think of, but I'll tell you one. One is that people honestly think that just because I'm a public speaker and because I have a talk show, that people think that I don't get nervous. They think that I'm all poised all the time, and that is so not true. I'm nervous before I stand and speak.
Well, I can attest to that. I remember you were going on to speak at an engagement. I was there with you, and I saw you kind of twiddling with your thumbs, and I asked you, what's wrong? And you said, I have butterflies. That totally threw me for a loop because I never would have guessed that about you.
That is who I am. It happens, but you know what? It's me.
Yeah, and that's okay, right?
Thank you. Well, how about you? I know that, you know what? People are thinking that way about me. How about you? What do people think that is really not true?
You know, people have thought that I am stuck up.
You.
Which is so surprising because I am the first one to talk to a stranger. I walk in a room and I'm going to try to make friends with everyone there.
I just can't believe that.
Right?
Because before I knew you, I know you now, but before I knew you, I would have never thought that, Dee. I would have always thought, I looked at you and thought, that's a confident woman. She knows who she is.
I love that comes across. I hate that some people took it as being stuck up. I'm not. But for you, it's okay. Be confident in who you are, stand with pride, and just be all you're meant to be.
I love you, Dee. So our next question is, do you think that the convenience of technology is worth the loss of privacy that we have?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
It
I love picking up my phone when I'm in an unknown place to find that gas station or a place to eat.
I love it too, but technology is great. It really is. We get to do so many things with technology. But think about it, Dee, when you actually are on an app or you're on a site, and what do you see? You start seeing all these ads in reference to what you were just searching on Google.
Yes, and that could be you're searching at your home computer, but then your cell phone is popping up all these suggested ads. That's crazy. So someone out there is tracking where you're going, what you're doing, and using that to try to sell something.
You're exactly right. But you know what? There's also one that actually added into that was, what are the consequences of everyone having that instant gratification in technology right at their fingertips?
Again, do our kids today know the things that they should know? Do they know how to go to a library and look up in an encyclopedia? No, because they're used to using Google.
You're exactly right. Communication has diminished because of all the technology.
Absolutely.
We're not saying that technology is bad, but our generation we know how to pick up the phone, call, and check on people. But gosh, this current generation, they're losing the value of communication.
Absolutely. I know for my household, my sons especially, they don't have that convenience or that comfort of just talking to people because they're very accustomed to being in their phones or other media.
Yes, we experience the same. So all I want to tell you is, great question. Thank you for sending that question in. But we want you to know technology is wonderful. But please don't lose the value of speaking and talking to your family, which is the most important thing ever.
It's definitely not worth losing that touch.
Yes, I agree with that.
Now we have a very deep question. And this viewer came from our viewer in California, and it's, is it okay to sacrifice one life to save 10?
Oh my goodness.
And if so, your answer is yes, would you change the answer if the life that's being lost is your friend or family member?
Okay, that's a loaded question. Wow. Let's take the first part of that question. Is it okay to sacrifice one life to save 10? I will honestly say that puts me in such a weird position that I'm not really comfortable with, because the loss of a life, I always think that every life matters. But if you were in a situation, let's think about the shooting that happened. Remember the shooting that happened in Colorado? My goodness, there were so many things, but think about it. What happens if in that moment someone had to make a decision? This life, okay, if I go over here, I can actually save all 10 of these people, but I can't get to that one. I can't get over there. I could see that decision being made, but man, I would hate to be the one that's actually in that position to make that decision.
This is a deep question. For me personally, I cannot imagine losing one life for anyone else. I just can't, especially if it was someone that I know, someone that I love, someone that I'm acquainted with. I know I personally could not make that decision.
No, it's amazing what can happen when you're in that moment.
Right.
But thank God, I'm just praying that I'm never put in that situation to have that moment.
That would be, for those of you who have done it, my hat's off to you, because I honestly could say I could not do it.
Yes, I'm the same.
Yes.
It's very hard. There was a second part to that question, though, was that if you said yes to that, if you could, we say we cannot, we couldn't do it. But if you said that you could, then would you change the answer if that life was a friend's life and the 10 were strangers?
Right. I think that changes the dynamics completely. We want to hear from you. What are your answers to this? Especially if your answer is different than ours. We definitely want to hear your take on it.
So please go to our Facebook,
Yes.
our Instagram, and comment to this question. And we will dialogue back and forth with you just because we want to hear from you. So make sure you do that, please.
We're going to a quick break, but we'll be right back with more couch questions.
If you would like to be a guest or advertise your business on Couch Time with Sonja, I would love to hear from you. Email me. Visit couchtimewithsonya.com.
One of the most important events in life is having a baby. The closest hospital may not be the best choice for your family. Now, there's Stork Advisor. With Stork Advisor, you can keep your loved ones informed. There's a labor alert right at your fingertips. Stork Advisor even offers you a pregnancy tip every day. After you've had your baby, tell us about your experience and leave a Stork rating. We want to keep other expecting families like you informed. With Stork Advisor, you can know what to expect when you're expecting.
Connect with fellow millennials, creatives, professionals, and entrepreneurs within the all-new millennial community. Join in and get connected with local events, volunteer opportunities, and mentorship programs with the next generation. For more information, visit themillennialcommunity.com and become a member today. Membership includes access to special events, networking events, and civic engagement opportunities. Check out our online calendar for upcoming event opportunities, such as Millennial Think Tanks, community building events, the new Sea Live experience, and much more. Members will also be invited to join an online membership group, have opportunities to pair with local students in the Houston community for mentorship programs. Follow us on all social media platforms and get connected with the millennial community today.
And we're continuing with our couch questions. So, Dee, there was another question, and I can't wait to answer this particular question. It is, why should they, what should they teach in high school that they don't teach? And
Okay,
girl,
again, this is a loaded question because this is conversation we've had.
yes.
Back in our day, way back in them days,
Don't be talking about way back in the day, girl. I'm young. I know what you talking about.
they taught us home economics.
Yes.
And that
they did.
included things like cooking, balancing a checkbook,
Yes.
sewing a button on a piece of
Yes.
clothing. They don't do that anymore. And guess what? It's stuff you still need to know.
Yes, you really do. It's life, right?
Yes.
It's part of life. But one of the things that I really wish that they would teach in high school is really that everything is not easy. I really wish that they would have a class that would actually teach them, what do you do when you fall? What do you do when you fall and make a mistake? How do you recover from that? And I know that there are many people watching that you know what I'm talking about. You have fallen and you really didn't know how to get back up. Our high school students really honestly need that tidbit of information.
But do you think that's partially our faults as parents? Are we not teaching them that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think for my situation, I'm partially to blame. I have not taught my children necessarily how to handle coming back.
Well, I guess I can agree with that it is the parent's responsibility as well. But just like it's our responsibility to do that, you think about it. Our kids spend how many hours
Right.
at school away from us as opposed to being at home with us during those hours? I think it would be beautiful if we put the focus and the emphasis on this is something that you need to learn.
Right.
Not just always from us as the parents, but it's something that our kids need to learn. And I think the focus would change if it's taught from an educational standpoint of how important it is.
Right. Sometimes it's difficult for our children to learn from us
Yes.
because we're their parents and they don't want to hear that.
Of course.
Right?
Sometimes we're the last voice they want to hear,
Yes.
right?
But simple things like balancing a checkbook, I remember learning that in school.
Yes. Well, they still do that.
Do they?
They do.
Okay.
It's just particular classes.
Got it.
It's not a mandatory. Remember when we were in school?
It was
It was
mandatory.
mandatory.
Yes.
It's an elective.
See, you needed it to graduate when
You're
we were
exactly
in class.
right.
You had to take this one semester of home economics.
You're exactly right. And now it's an option. So I'm in 100% agreement with you. So if you do not know how to balance a checkbook, or think about it, you definitely want to teach your high school students how to do that, because it's an elective in school, so they need to know that for life.
Okay, next question. If you were on a long 10-hour flight, going on a vacation, enjoying some time off, who would you most like to sit with? Whether they're still here on this earth or not, who would you like those 10 hours on a plane with?
Oh my gosh. Can I give two?
Yes.
Can I give two?
Yes.
Okay. I would say first, I would love to sit, oh my gosh, next to my great-grandmother.
So did you have an opportunity to meet her?
No. And that's exactly why I didn't get the opportunity to meet her. So I would love to be able to sit and just learn from her life. I look at my grandmother, I look at my mom, and then I look at, oh my gosh, I would love to know what she walked through in her life, because I think that would give me so much clarity on just life in
perspective, right?
And life in my lineage. I just think that would be so beautiful.
Yes.
But secondly, oh my gosh, I would love to sit on that plane and talk to Oprah Winfrey for 10 straight hours.
We could do that too. 10 hours would go like this.
Oh my gosh. And the reason why is we have Couch Time with Sonja. We have a talk show. Well, it's from that perspective, yes. But what she walked through in her life to get to where she is today, I just think that she has so much wisdom that she would be able to share with me. And as a woman of color, I just believe she would be able to pour into me so much that would be valuable for me.
Talk about perseverance.
Yes.
Talk about someone overcoming, being knocked down,
Yes.
standing back up again, and
Yes.
truly succeeding.
Yes.
This is a woman who emulates success.
So I'm saying to you, Oprah, if you hear this, I'd love to sit on a plane next to you for 10 hours so that you can pour some wisdom into me.
Or come sit on the couch. We'd love to have you here. Okay, so
how about you?
This one's easy for me. Although I did have my father for, 25 years of my life, I would love another 10 hours sitting next to him.
That's beautiful.
For those of you who don't know, my father was a single father who raised 8 of us. And he was my hero. So if I could spend 10 more hours just talking, just holding his hand and gathering more wisdom, more words of wisdom, more life experience, just 10 more hours, I would do that in a heartbeat.
So beautiful.
Yes.
But I definitely know every time I get a chance to talk with you, you always talk about your father, and it's so beautiful.
I am very blessed and honored to be called his daughter.
That's right. So beautiful. Let's see. What's our next question? What are the 2 things you know you should know how to do, but you don't?
Ooh. Okay, I should know how to eat better. Okay, I know how to eat better.
You just don't do it.
And I should actually do it.
Yeah.
That would be one thing.
Yes.
The next thing, and we were having this conversation offset with some of the production team, is everyone should know how to change tire, change the oil in their car, so that they're not stuck on the side of the road somewhere.
Can you stop being all on my street? I do not know how to change a tire. I do not know how to change the oil. And of course, I know I should. But I just wasn't taught those things. Yeah. I just go pay for somebody else to do it.
Which is fantastic. AAA is great. We love it. But I don't like being stuck on the side of the road. So if it's as simple as changing a tire, I will do it in a heartbeat.
Well, I'll definitely tell you, don't be like me. Make sure that you learn how to change your tire, and make sure you learn how to change your oil so that you can be like my Harley riding sister over here that knows how to do it all.
Well, see, that comes from being raised by a father.
I think it's beautiful, though. I think it's beautiful. So next time, will you teach me?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then another question. We have $100 to burn. They've already talking my language.
Right.
You know that, right? We have $100. We have $100 to burn. All your friends are busy, and you have the whole day to yourself. Dee, what do you do?
That's easy. I'm going to a bookstore. I'm buying some new books. I'm going to sit and read for hours because that is one of my favorite pastimes. I can't get enough books.
Oh, that's awesome. That is not mine at all.
I know.
Enjoy reading.
I know.
I enjoy reading. I do, and I do that. But I love to have a total pamper spa day. That is me, just to relax and enjoy. I can read while I'm in the spa room, but I'll definitely tell you, I love to relax.
Well, see, you learned something new. We are very different.
Yes, we are.
For Sonja, replenishing and rejuvenating is through a spa day, being pampered. My rejuvenation, I feel the most refreshed after I've had time to just sit and read.
So what does that really say? You, do not copy and be like anyone else. Be okay with who you are. The differences that we have are wonderful. Why? Because I'm different than my sister and we bring value to each other. So you're different than someone else around you. Bring value to them and not try to mimic. Well, guess what? We know it's time for a break because I want some tea.
Yes.
So grab your tea, grab your coffee, and we'll be right back.
Regresamos pronto.
And then there was life. Born to color outside the lines. Born for such a time as this. You showed up on the planet to produce a dream. You, yes, you, were born with purpose, with words. Friends, imagine that your dreams can become your reality by the words you speak. It all starts today. It starts with you. Creation, formation, transformation all begin with change. The battle is in your mind, but your voice is your weapon. Speak life, believe, prosperity, creative, daring. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Your future is unwritten. Let's begin writing today. Your words create your world.
One of the most important events in life is having a baby. The closest hospital may not be the best choice for your family. Now, there's Stork Advisor. With Stork Advisor, you can keep your loved ones informed. There's a labor alert right at your fingertips. Stork Advisor even offers you a different pregnancy tip every day. After you've had your baby, tell us about your experience and leave a Stork rating. We want to keep other expecting families like you informed. With Stork Advisor, you can know what to expect when you're expecting.
We're back, and we continue today with Couch Questions. And these are questions you sent in, things you wanted to know about us. And we left on a very heavy topic, and we're coming back on a very heavy topic.
Another one.
Yes. So this question is for you, Sonja.
Yes.
If you could be born again and come back in a different nationality, a different gender, a different race, would you, and why?
I guess I would say, first, I love being a woman of color. But in this day and time, just because I know all the struggles and everything that I have had to walk through and many others, I would have to really say that I would love the opportunity for just one day, 24 hours, to be able to be a Caucasian female.
I could see that. I mean, we know that there are challenges and struggle that come with being a woman of color.
Yes. Well, let me kind of tell you from my point of view of why I even say that. Is there is a such thing as white privilege. And I understand that I know many of our viewers are going to have an issue with what I'm saying, but it's the truth. That I can be up for a particular position. I can be, and it doesn't matter whether you're in corporate America, it doesn't matter whether you're in the church, it just doesn't matter where you are. You could be up for the same position as a Caucasian woman, and you have a harder struggle just because of your skin color. And I think it's sad, but I just believe that if we were to take this moment and really believe that, you know what, that is the truth. I had a friend, and her daughter said something so profound. And prior to her being married to someone of different race than her. She didn't understand it. Once she married someone of a different race, she understood, and she said, white privilege does exist. And it's sad to say, because I watch what my husband walks through each and every day.
You know, it's a different perspective now that she's married to it and sees it on a daily basis.
Yes, it's really true. And I would say to all of our viewers on this subject and on this topic is, let's not judge, because I have been judged so many times as a woman of color that I'm put in a particular box. Just because I'm a woman of color doesn't mean that you lump me into one category. Make sure that you are getting to know your neighbors. Make sure you're getting to know your friends that are of another nationality. Don't judge. Get to know them for who they are and maybe what they walk through in life, because it's real.
Para ustedes, conozcan a sus vecinos. Toma el tiempo de conocerlos a ellos personalmente.
Awesome. And we know that there's many of you that may have different views on what I've said, and it's okay. We can agree to disagree, but we want to hear from you. So please make sure you get on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and give us your feedback. We will respond back to you and talk to you. Let's communicate on that.
Well, I want to answer that. I want to give my take. You know, in this climate, it's very difficult to be from Mexico. Hey, now granted, I'm not from Mexico, but my father was, so I am from Mexican descent.
Yes.
And I have been told, you need to go back. Go back.
Okay.
Go back where?
That was what I was going to ask. Go back where?
I'm born and raised in California. If I was going to go back anywhere, it would be in the United States, since this is where I'm born and raised. I would like to know what it feels like to not have that struggle. Although, I would want to be back in my skin color by the end of the day.
24 hours,
Yes.
that's all.
I don't know that I will. By the end of the day, I would want to be back to my skin color.
I agree.
But knowing the battle, the struggle, you know, that hard paved road that we sometimes face, I would love to know what it's like to not be on that road.
I agree with that. But then also, I would kind of call that is ignorance. Because the moment that they told you to go back where? Yes, like you said, it's in the back of their mind to go back to Mexico when you were born and raised right there in California. You are a Cali girl.
I am. I'm very proud of it.
Yes. And then you think about me saying, we kind of deal with that. Go back to Africa. I'm not from Africa. Have nothing to say bad about it. But I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
This girl's from Beaumont, Texas. Originally Lufkin? Is that what it is? Yes.
I am a country girl with a city girl flag.
So again, we want to know what you're thinking. Be sure you're on our social media. Let us know your thoughts on this topic, even if it's different than ours.
Good. Oh, this one was good. Who asked this question? How much do you know about the world outside of your country?
Ooh, I wanted to ask you this one.
I know
you took this one on purpose.
No, you can ask me.
Well,
I was doing that purposely.
I'll answer first. You know, I love to read, so I do have a pretty good idea of what's going on outside the U.S., but I'm going to be honest in saying that I really focus on my home, my area, and shame on me.
But it's not just you, sis. I do the same. I'm not a person who loves to watch the news. I just don't. And my husband says all the time, girl, anything can be happening, you'll never know about it. And it's the truth. But I don't watch the news. I really don't like it just because of all the negativity that's in the news. But that's sad to me because I don't know certain things that are happening unless my husband tells me, unless my girlfriend who loves to read tells me. And that's sad. It's we in this culture love to stay in our circle.
Right.
We love the United States, best country ever.
Absolutely.
But we need to know what's going on outside just so that we know how to handle things here, or even for me, how to pray for them.
Well, you know, what's happening in the world affects your world.
Yes, it does.
You just may not know how because you're
That's
unaware
good.
of it. So make yourself aware. Take the time to get to know what's going on in the world.
That's good. That's a great question. So thank you for sending it in. And then, what is the cause that is worth dedicating your life to that you believe in?
You know,
I like this one.
a cause that's close to mine and my husband's heart is homelessness in America, particularly in our city in Houston. For years, we had a homeless ministry where we focused on helping those who weren't able to help themselves in that moment.
Well, I would say mine. I know that my purpose, my passion is definitely twofold. It's women, because I just love women, but it's also to empower them, to educate, to empower and embrace them, to know who they are, to be set free and delivered from the past hurt and pain. And then marriages. Marriages right now are on a decline.
And that's so sad to say, isn't it?
It really is. And our passion, just like us, 28 years,
going on 25,
is to make sure that we let everyone know marriage is a beautiful thing. The only thing you need to do is you need to sit down, make sure you communicate, make sure that you're on the same page, because marriage is beautiful.
It definitely is. And we have time for one more question?
Let's do one more real fast.
Ooh, this one's good. What should parents stop teaching their children?
Can I go ahead and do that?
Yes.
One thing is stop teaching your children they can be anything that they want to be.
So you mean I can't be a singer?
Can you sing?
No.
Okay. My thing is that when you're telling a child, oh, baby, you can be anything you want to be, and they're singing and you know they cannot sing, help your baby. Let them know, you know what, baby? How about redirect them?
Right.
Don't shut them down, but redirect
Help them find their true place, right?
Yes, help them find purpose.
I'm going to get a little serious with mine. And we talked about this during the break with the staff and the team, was don't teach your children to hate one another based on color, creed, or background.
Now that's a good point.
Just teach them to love.
Come on, that's exactly right. That's actually natural for kids.
Right? It is their natural instinct to just play with one another.
Yes, it is.
Hold hands and love on each other.
Because hate is taught. Yes. So what we want you to know is that today has been great. We hope that you have gotten the opportunity to really get to know our thoughts and our take on particular things.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for just a few minutes.
Let's be honest. Making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple. But who wants lukewarm marketing? Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now there's Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonja.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
Hello and welcome to Golden Opportunities. I'm your girl Sabrina Golden, and today I have Miss Melissa. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
Good. And so, what is it that you're bringing us today?
I'm bringing you high impact ginger and turmeric. It is probably the best that you can buy in the whole world, in my opinion. Our ginger is 3 times stronger, and our turmeric is 5 times stronger, and it really impacts people's inflammation. It brings inflammation down. It helps people with their pain. And I had a great story about a woman who actually had her blood sugars brought down by our high impact products.
Wow, I know that the ginger and turmeric had definitely helped me with my knees from working out. It gets swollen, and I take that, I get the best night's sleep, and my knees go down.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I am very happy about that stuff.
I had a woman last week in her 70s who shared with me that after only one of the ginger and turmeric in the morning and one in the evening, that after 3 days she had her blood sugars drop lower than it's ever been in 10 years.
Wow.
So she was quite pleased with her results as well.
That is amazing.
It is.
So how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me on my website, which is naturesway.com. www.mywakaya.com, or they can call me on my cell phone. That is 630-747-8221.
Okay, well, awesome. And thank you for being on the show with us.
Thank you.
So we have more for you. Stay tuned.
What a great show.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. We have talked about so much today.
Parenting,
Technology.
changing our nationality.
That was a good one.
Yes.
But my goodness, we were all over the page with so many different things because of you, our viewers.
Yes. So thank you, everyone who submitted your questions. We truly love your input, and we hope that you enjoyed getting to know us a little bit more.
Yes. We want to tell them also, we thank you for being real. And we can't wait to see what you put on your social media pages and what you send to us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes. Let's respect one another's differences, and let's learn from each other.
Yes. Next week's episode is awesome. You're not going to want to miss it. So go ahead and set your alarm, set your DVR so that you can watch us next week. We hope you have a wonderful and blessed week. Bye-bye.
Hasta la próxima.